Hi, it's the Rawesome Vegan Gal here, and today I'm doing another book review. It's a book called Here We Grow, a memoir by Paige Davis, and here's the book, what it looks like. So I will, first of all, thank Paige for sending me a signed copy of the book. I appreciate it very much. And also I will have a link below to her website. She has a couple of them, and you could purchase her book. I believe it's available on Amazon.com. So it's what she calls mindfulness through cancer and beyond. So she had a very interesting journey herself that started back in, I believe it was 2013. So I wanted to focus on some different things about the book, and hopefully you'll get it because there's a lot in it that you can learn from for your own life, whether you're dealing with anything that is as serious as her condition was or just in general. To be inspiring for your life. So first I wanted to say, first thing that I noticed for me was the title of the book, Here We Grow. So I wanted to make some points about that. So for me it says a lot about it because it talks about we, not just me. So we are all in this together to support each other as a community. So I think the idea is, I don't know if she related this, but I related it once I read the book as well, that the we is about community. Also using the word grow, because there's different stages of growth, just like the butterfly that she also has on the cover and on the back as well. And she has some interesting connection with the butterfly in her own quote-unquote metamorphosis, so I thought that was interesting. So just like the butterfly that's pictured, we go through different things that happen in our life as far as that goes. And also, some other things that I picked up personally that I think are very key to just life in general, that were mentioned in the book, is the importance of breathing. Like, that's something that she learned in the beginning of her journey before she even was diagnosed, about the breathing of the in and out and being conscious of it. And it's almost like you're telling yourself quietly in your mind to remember to do it consciously, like when she mentioned it in the book. That's what I got from that. Another thing that for me I picked up as well was having support around you at all times. That is a very, very key point, and she was blessed to have that in her life. And it isn't always that way, so it's important that if you can have that, or find people that can support you. Also being prepared, having a plan of action. Paige already had a background beforehand with various healing modalities, so that helped a lot. Also, it is as if the, quote, cure was already put in place there before the diagnosis. That's how I look at things, like she already had the tools to help her out on her journey. So would know what to do, and is a blessing in and of itself and a great gift from above. So I think having those tools in advance, not knowing, it's something that is really good, because when you have it, you can already work with it because you already know what to do. Also, another thing, being present in the moment. The moment that you are in right now, as that is all you have. So both accepting it and working with it to get to the next phase. So that's very important. Like, in the stage that you're in, accept it for what it is and work with it to try to get to the next place. Another thing was positive attitude. Very important for healing while still dealing with your own day-to-day challenges. So it's hard when you're dealing with a serious condition like she did, but we have to always tell ourselves to have that in our lives. Also, slow down. Very key. Don't try to do too much all at once, so you can enjoy where you are right now as well. When you put yourself out to so many places, like they say, multitasking or just doing lots of different projects that you like to do, it's hard to keep yourself, functioning the way you want to and enjoying what you're doing, because you're doing so many things. And also not to let the pressure of all of that, or that it's racing through your mind that you have to do, to take hold of you and make you need to always be on the quote on the go, I should say. And it's okay to just be there, just be, quote, just the word be, just be, close your eyes and listen to the nature around you, like the birds and the bees and the wind blowing and rustling of the leaves on the trees. So that's important too, taking that time, say it's okay just to be. Another thing is be comfortable and feel comfort that those around you are there to guide and assist you on your journey, as everyone who comes into our lives does so for a purpose. And we may not know or understand why initially until some point later in our lives. Maybe to learn something or gain a new perspective or share a similar life experience. So the fact that Paige had things before in her life, not knowing she would actually use them for her healing. So that's kind of interesting because you don't always know, like, why did I meet this person, or why did I try out this type of modality for my health. So you don't always necessarily know that at that moment. Also, just to say, and this I want to say about Paige, she is the real deal. And I'm sorry, she is real and deals with the reality of what is going on, confronting it head on and assessing what needs to be done, and work with what you have, not against. It's just she was very good about that in her journey as well. Another thing that came up for me, and I wanted to read just a little sentence from one of the pages about blessings and lessons. So how I look at it is blessings can be lessons and lessons can be blessings. So that's my thing. Like, I think that is really key. So she said something here on one of the pages. I just wanted to read that. It really was, I really take a lot from that, and hopefully you will too. So just this one sentence, although there's a lot in here too, but just relating to this. So she says, this is towards the end of her experience, her journey. I now understand the blessings that challenge can bring, and trust my loved one's capacity to receive their own lessons in the timing that makes sense for them. So the blessings and the lessons and the challenges, they're all there, and we, try to work with them and think of them as blessings, or think of the blessings as lessons too in our lives. And then what some people call cancer, the big C. So I have some other ways to describe what I would call the big C: compassion, community, consciousness. There's lots of words that could be used instead to replace that, and maybe you could think of others and can put them below the video as well. Another thing, dealing with fear and love. I think they're both important in our lives, because if we didn't have them, there would be some issues that we'd have to deal with. So, for example, why is it good to fear? Because you need to be, you could also say awareness, but I'm using the word fear as well. So, like certain things, if you're not, something may happen to you that could harm you. So you have to have that, you could say also perspective. Like, like where you're walking, or, things that maybe you're not in the right neighborhood. So you have to be aware that that is important in our lives too. Not necessarily fear the unknown, but just to be aware of things and to work with them. And then, so there's fear and love. Also, the fear as well, like in your community, like, oh, I wouldn't, heaven forbid, steal from a store because I fear that I'll get caught. So that's just something like the justice in a community. You don't do something because you're aware that there will be repercussions. So that's another aspect of fear. And then the love, of course, that's important too. And to come from a place of love, but also be aware that the other side is also necessary to help us. It does help us in different ways. And having the love around you, or the loving connection with community, family, friends, that helps you in all ways, shapes, and forms in your life. Not just when you're dealing with, a serious condition. And, Paige has come out thriving. And that's wonderful, and is working now on other things to help people as well. So I think that this book is a really great tool that you can actually use yourselves. Like I say, whether you're dealing with something serious or not, it's got a lot of really good perspective, and she takes you through her whole journey, step by step, what she dealt with, how she handled it with her family, with going to all the different types of things she had to do, and then where she is now. So I think overall, it's really good to have that. It's like the whole package of what she had to deal with and how she worked and overcame it, and different things that she used for her healing. She did go some Western ways, but then she used holistic methods as well, so that she used both of them. So I hope you will definitely check out this book again. It's called Here We Grow, a memoir by Paige Davis. I hope you will also go and get it for yourself to read. I think it has a lot to to share and inspire you as well. And I thank you for watching. It's the Rawesome Vegan Gal.